Marriage is just a piece of paper. So one of the things that's floating around and why people really just don't want to connect is because they think marriage is just a piece of paper. But I want to take this example and help people understand. Let's really think about what's going on. Marriage isn't a piece of paper because when you sign, you know you have to abide by a certain code of conduct, rules, and there is accountability to those rules. Marriage is just a piece of paper. Well, let's say it doesn't really matter if it's just a piece of paper. Let's say you have an issue at your job, and and your manager has said, "Hey, we've talked about this a couple times, and really not seeing any progress." Human nature, you don't think too much when it's just you and your manager sitting right there having a conversation. But what happens when you come into that third meeting and your manager puts a piece of paper in front of you of all the things you guys have discussed and the agreements you have? Now there's an issue. Why? Because that piece of paper formalizes your agreements, formalizes the expectations, and starts to move you down the path of accountability. Marriage is just a piece of paper. If it's just a piece of paper, uh, why are people utilizing that piece of paper to be afraid? Because they know anything that they're doing right now likely won't work should they have been married. It's never just a piece of paper. While it has accountability and while it has a code of conduct, it does require a personal commitment for you to want to get better and a personal commitment that you will strive to do the best you can for that person in front of you. So even though you say you're willing to commit, this requires and this shows your level of commitment through signing of that piece of paper. Anything could be just a piece of paper. A dollar bill is just a piece of paper until you attach a value to it. $100 bill is the same piece of paper as the $1 bill, isn't it? No, it has more value to it. Marriage is just a piece of paper. And like anything that you put on paper, that's when it connects with the individual, the seriousness of the action that you expect. Marriage is just a piece of paper.